And now, Chef Boyardee presents WWF SummerSlam.
Rebooking WWF SummerSlam 2001, August 19th, 2001. The last WWF SummerSlam under the WWF name. I was iffy on thinking about doing this rebooking because it's the first SummerSlam and the first pay-per-view I ever ordered, I believe, in 01. And I like the show. The original show is pretty cool. And I love that Steve Austin versus Kurt Angle match. This is during the whole Invasion, WCW, ECW alliance versus WWF. So yeah, I try my best to keep it more WWF versus WCW, keep it like that, because they had a whole bunch of they had a match like the Dudleys and Spike. They had a Dudleys and Test versus Spike and APA. That was kind of I try to keep it more WCW versus WWF, with a little bit ECW, because guys like the Dudleys and RVD, I have them incorporated and stuff. But yeah, I think I try my best to make it WWF, WCW, and try to keep it as a war. So I don't know. I don't know if my rebooking is gonna be better than the original pay-per-view, because they had WWF guys going against each other and shit like that. It was just a whole bunch of confusion. But anyway, let's get into the first match. Match number 1. It's Matt Hardy representing WWF against Billy Kidman representing WCW, the Alliance. I think this would be a pretty good match. Billy Kidman wasn't even on the show originally. Neither was Matt Hardy. So yeah, neither one was on the show originally. But I got Billy Kidman getting a W here. He gets the victory against Matt Hardy here. Match number 2. This didn't happen as well. It's like the first match. That didn't happen. The APA versus Kronik. Kronik had made their debut. In my rebooking, they made their debut at the Invasion pay-per-view. I want to say they helped out DDP against the Undertaker. Yeah. So here they're going against the APA. I think this would be all right. Because they originally went against Kane and Undertaker at Unforgiven 2001. That was their one and only big match pay-per-view they had. But here against the APA, SummerSlam 2001, the Alliance, WCW guys can get all the help they can get, with original names. But yeah, WCW names. And Kronik gets a W here. I'm gonna have the Dudley Boys interfere. Like I said, the ECW guys are part of, the Alliance. I tried my best, to make it WCW versus WWF, but incorporate a little bit of ECW as well. So here we go. The Dudley Boys interfere. They helped Kronik win against the APA. So that's 2 victories right there. The first 2 matches, the Alliance got over on WWF. Match number 3. This originally happened. I kept it. Keep everything the same. Rob Van Dam versus Jeff Hardy for the Hardcore Championship in a ladder match. One of the best things about the Alliance versus WWF Invasion storyline. RVD gets the victory again. He beat Jeff Hardy at Invasion the month before this, and he wins here again. He retains the Hardcore Championship. Oh, no. Jeff Hardy had won it a week before. So he's a new hardcore champion. Rob Van Dam's a new hardcore champion again. Match number 4. 4. This did not happen. Is Edge and Christian and Kurt Angle against Lance Storm, Sean O'Haire, and Chuck Palumbo. Now, at Invasion, the pay-per-view the month before, it was Kurt Angle against Lance Storm, and then you had Sean O'Haire and Chuck Palumbo against Edge and Christian. So here I got it a 6-man tag. And still, at the same time, in reality, they had Edge and Christian still like teasing a split. And I'm gonna do that here as well. They still teasing it up. In a few weeks, Christian can turn on Edge. But yeah. And originally at the pay-per-view, it was Edge versus Lance Storm at SummerSlam 01 for the Intercontinental Championship. I should have kept that, but I didn't know what else to do with Kurt Angle and other people. But yeah, 6-man tag here. Edge can end up winning the Intercontinental Championship like a week or two later, some other time. Raw or SmackDown, whatever. Before Unforgiven. I got Edge and Christian and Kurt Angle winning here. WWF finally gets a victory so far. Because it's the first 3 matches, the Alliance won. So match 4 here, Edge and Christian and Kurt Angle wins. WWF got one. All right, match number 5. This did not happen, but it should have and could have. In my rebooking, the last month an Invasion, they had a match. It was DDP versus The Undertaker in a street fight, and DDP got the victory. Kronik and Chris Kanyon had interfered and helped them. So here is The Undertaker versus DDP in a last man standing match. You know, Chris Kanyon is going to try to interfere, but Kane ends up coming out and taking him out, laying him out through the announce table, chokeslam with the announce table. Anyway, The Undertaker wins. Undertaker gets the W here. Like I said, last month DDP got the W. This month, this pay-per-view, The Undertaker gets the W. I'm trying to think if I want to make him have another match on a Raw or SmackDown sometime after this, or just in the feud right here. Probably just in the feud right here. Like I said, it's last man standing match. Undertaker beats him. All right, match number 6. It's Stone Cold Steve Austin versus The Big Show for the WWF Championship. Now, originally at the pay-per-view, Steve Austin went against Kurt Angle. I had The Big Show turn on the WWF. He turned heel and joined the Alliance. He joined the WCW, ECW crew because he was a WCW guy before he came to the WWF. You know, he was champion twice, part of NWO. You know, he was one of the big stars, one of the big names there, one of the main event guys. So yeah, plus like I said, the Alliance guys, the WCW guys, they can use all the help they can. And Big Show was a former WCW guy. He was a giant. So and plus I know the Big Show known for turning heel and face and this and that. I actually wouldn't have mind. I think this would kind of like make a little bit of sense if he did join the Alliance, because the last couple of years he only been in the WWF for 2 years at this point, and it ain't been all that great, to be honest. Yes, he was champion, but it was forgettable. Nobody really talks about his title reign and shit. But yeah, I think him going to the Alliance would be cool. But anyway, I got Stone Cold Steve Austin winning here. He retains the championship, the WWF championship here. Match number 7. Another match that did not happen. By the way, it's really only like one match that I kept here that originally happened. Actually, two matches. Take that back. So 2. But yeah, back to what I was saying. Match number 7. This did not happen. It's Buff Bagwell versus Chris Jericho. Chris Jericho originally went against Rhino at SummerSlam 2001 that year, which was a pretty cool match. Probably had that match sometime later on. Rhino and Jericho, if I were to rebook it. Anyway, Jericho gets a W here against Buff Bagwell. Now, when I use superstars or wrestlers, I try to use ones that was active at the time and that was in the company at the time. If they're injured, I'm not gonna use them. Or, you know what I'm saying, they weren't in the company, I'm not gonna use them. They had to be there at the time. Bagwell was fired like before SummerSlam. Actually, he was fired before Invasion. But I'll make an exception. I'll keep him a little bit longer, at least up to here, SummerSlam 2001. But yeah, Buff Bagwell against Chris Jericho. Jericho gets the W. Now the main event, match number 8. I kept it the same. Booker T versus The Rock for the WCW Championship. Booker T defending the WCW Championship. The Rock had originally won against Booker T at SummerSlam 2001. He had came back, made his return, beat Booker T for the championship. That doesn't happen here. Booker T defeats The Rock. Clean. Well, kind of clean. Shane Man tries to interfere, but The Rock just gets up the ring and just attacks him, lays him out. As he's getting in, Booker T scissor kicks him. As soon as he's trying to get in the ring through the ropes, wham, scissors kick. And then The Rock kicks out. And as The Rock's getting up, Booker T does the bookend. And then he does another scissor kick. And he wins. Booker T defeats The Rock and retains the WCW Championship. Continue to feud. Next month they can have another match or something like that. But yeah, Booker T wins right here. That's my SummerSlam 2001. Like I said, I don't know. I don't think it's better than the original SummerSlam 2001. I like that show. I watch that show a lot. I just try to keep it WWF, WCW with a little bit of ECW. I try to do my best to keep it that way instead of having WWF guys fight each other. But yeah, that's my rebooking of SummerSlam 2001.